Hello, everybody. Today we have one of my double features for this weekend. Today we're going to be going over all of the levels that I've created for my Castle Crashers customs, both old and new. So we're going to go over all of the level concepts that I've drawn up so far for all my characters and all that kind of thing. And we're just going to give it a little look and have some fun looking at all these extra assets that I've drawn up and just the ideas and concepts of how to expand the world in fun ways. So we're going to start with the one that started all of this, the Desert Store. So the store is a classic. I love this stage as much as I did when I first made it, when I first came up with it. It's one of my best ideas for Castle Crashers custom stuff, I think, because this is a way to expand the world in an area that really needs some love. Because the desert's a slog. As much as I even like it, I recognize how much of a slog it can be to get through, and primarily the motivation for drawing up a shop is because this would alleviate a lot of pain on insane mode for those not doing like no potion, no damage runs or whatever the heck they're doing. But I thought having a shop integrated into the area would have been really cool because it's not just like an extra location you go to on the map. You have to actively find it, and that's kind of my main design philosophy with a lot of my extra stuff is that I want you to be able to go out of your way to find it within stages and not on the map. That was a big goal of mine because that's a way you can extend the replayability by having more stuff in the levels themselves, you know. So to start with the desert shop with our little desert dweller, I always thought this was cool, just the idea that some guy is just making a living down here with his busted up house and all the other scorpions that have sunk in through the quicksand and all that kind of stuff. I think something like this is really cool. I think a shop you got to go out of your way for should give you some pretty funky stuff. So there was the Scorpion Club that I made and the unique pet. I think it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more rewarding to dig around and try to find secrets in the games that you're playing. So yeah, you guys have already seen this aplenty, but just nice to reflect back on a lot of that was the first level I ever drew up. So I really wanted to make sure I had my previous ones included on this too. So moving on, we're gonna get to the Gluttons Arena. Now this is a newer one that came out with Glork, and I thought this was pretty sweet. My own little take on an arena, and with the way that you would find it by it being an RNG drop, I thought something like that would be pretty cool, just to add some variety to when you're doing runs and like you pick up meat to heal like normal and suddenly you got to do a multi-wave fight that ends with a character boss fight, you know. I thought something like that would be really sweet to throw into this game. I don't see why they couldn't. I think it'd be sweet, you know, just this funky food dimension ruled over by the weird food guy. Yeah, just something something a lot more zany and fun that you wouldn't expect. That's the whole point. And then on repeated playthroughs, when you get thrown there and you expect it more, you might be a little bit more cautious about picking up that oh so useful piece of meat, because the chances of you getting sent here, especially on insane mode, would be pretty scary. So yeah, this is the nice Gluttons Arena, Glork's home turf. This is another cool area, I think. I think just adding more arenas to the game would be fun, and adding one that's got its own pizzazz in comparison to the others. Because a lot of the later arenas have like their own things. Like the lava one has the geysers. Some arenas have the cats, some don't. And then there's the Snower, which is just evil. But besides that, that's my new take on an arena added to the game. So now we're getting to the brand new stuff you're going to be seeing for the first time. So to start with it, we're going to add a new location to Home Castle, and this is going to be right by the throne. So, just as a very much like a nitpick kind of thinking, I always like, how the hell will the king get up there? Like, I know he's got magic jump for days, but I figure just adding a nice staircase so you can climb up there whenever you wish. I feel like that would be pretty sweet. So I threw down this little staircase here and adjusted where the bodies of the knights were, because there's like a whole pile of them over here. So I moved some of them over. And then you go up this little staircase, and then you run past the throne. And where would that lead you? You might wonder, like, what is behind this man's throne? So I thought it'd be cool if the answer to that question was his quarters. So just a simple little room. He's got the bed. He's got his closet with his kingly robes and some shoes, and he's got a window outside and all that stuff. Super, like, despite being a king, I made the room pretty basic, so it's not like terribly elaborate. Just because with the way the king is shown in the game, where he's like getting his hands dirty alongside his knights and all that stuff, I figured he wouldn't be like the most um, posh, elaborate king, and I don't think his room would be either. But yeah, so I made his nice little bed chambers as I don't know, a self-reference, I guess. I put a little framed photo of him and his babe, his beautiful queen. I threw that on there just for some nice detail. And I guess, like, in my custom canon, she's away on diplomacy, so that's why there's only one pillow here and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just a little bonus room. There wouldn't be any like items or anything in here, but just kind of a like a fun bonus room that you'd be able to enter and just kind of look at stuff, and helps the world feel a little bit more lived in. But yeah, this is the king's quarters and the little staircase that would lead up to it. I thought that'd be cool, a little extra detail. Um, just some funky little world building here, and we're going to be doing some more of that soon because I'm making an addition to the barracks. So the barracks edition I'm making is, so there's going to be this locked door right here by the barracks. And it's going to function the same way as the door that gets you to Beholder. And it's going to be opened with the key sword. So after you smack it with the key, the door would unlock. Yeah, not fade into reality, but it would unlock, and you'd be able to go down this little staircase into this darker hallway. And what leads down this little way, you might ask? Well, I think it'd be cool to add an old kitchen. So this was a closed down kitchen that they used to use for the barracks before they moved it elsewhere. Somewhere else in the castle, I have no idea where, but elsewhere. Because I thought it'd make sense if there was a kitchen near the knights' barracks, because they got the tables to drink and sit at and all that, so you got to eat too. So I figured there'd be a close by kitchen that just, isn't really used like a proper kitchen, and more like a storage closet that has food in it, you know. So you unlock the old kitchen, and you see that there's these piles of delicious orange cheese, and some of them even got eyes. It's alive. So you're sitting, you'd walk in wondering, like, what the hell is all this? What's this busted up looking old kitchen? But you'd see this chest right here. So obviously you're going to open it. It looks like the boss chests and all that stuff. You're going to go open it. So you do. You hit it a few times and it pops open. You get a new character. So I'm also going to be introducing the design for the cheese grater knight in this video too as a little bonus surprise. But yeah, you're going to be getting a character unlocked from this. So the chest will pop open, he'll kind of pop out and say hi and just kind of chill there. And when you either go back upstairs or, you know, probably I think like working like the other characters, like whenever you like hit the main map, you would get the unlock screen for the Greater Cheese Knight. So yeah, here's the design for my cheese man that'll be coming out the same day as their previous schedule on the 21st. So yeah, I wanted to do a little bonus reveal in this video too, but check them out. Yeah, this is his funky little design. I wanted to do with the cheese explosion that happened over some behemoth chats and stuff. I was inspired to make a cheese man. So there he is. There's the cheese grater knight. Or the greater cheese knight, whatever his name ends up being. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of give the castle area a lot more love, you know, just because it'd help it feel like a bigger castle, you know, and it's got all these extra rooms and bonus content and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that would be pretty sweet. Um, Moving on from the castle, I got two more level concepts to show you, and we're going to be going into the Thieves' Forest for this one. So one part that I always thought was going to have some kind of secret to it, besides like hidden weapons or the animal orb, is actually the ruins in the Thieves' Forest where you fight the trolls. Because whenever I blew up this little thing to get the troll, I always thought there was something back here, like some kind of hidden pathway or just anything, you know. But then, like when you revisit, even after you get the troll, um, the wall reseals like mechanically, and then you just have to blow it back up with a bomb. So it's not really a thing. So I thought it'd be cool that after you get the animal orb, um, it would remain open, or whenever you blow it up, it would remain open, and I hope that that would inspire enough curiosity in people that they actually run back in and explore. Because if they do, I would actually want to take them to this new little area that's also a shop, but also kind of a boss fight. So you'd run in through here, and then this would be the entrance to what I would call the Deep Forest Retreat. So this is somewhere deep in the ruins of this forest and surrounded by all that ancient stuff. Just for the sake of some lore and world building, I figured it'd be cool if the ruins of this giant forest were actually where the Brute King's old kingdom was. So this is some extra world building I wanted to do for one of my characters. And I figured it'd be pretty neat is that if this ruin was actually like a previous civilization or castle or whatever you'd want to call it, and that's where the Brute Kings and the Brutes would have resided before, you know, everything kind of just went to shit for the civilization, and now they're all in a ruin and spread apart. So this is the Deep Forest Retreat. This is where the Brute King lives, and it's a little bit of a hybrid of a shop. So he only has one item. He's selling his acorn blade. If this is different from how I said you'd unlock the weapon in the Brute King video, don't worry about it. I can mix and match ideas and come up with new ones later, you know? So this is the much better way to introduce it, I think, is have it just be a purchasable weapon. And I think it's funny, because this is like a legendary blade for his people, and he's so tired, he's just like, hey man, buy it for money. You know, my legendary enchanted blade, $400, what do you think? But I also wanted to include some Troll Mother residue, just to kind of do some subtle character setup to where like there's some dead Troll Mothers here. So this guy can clearly tango with the best of them, and to a certain extent. So we got a couple of them here, and they're also the thing holding up the shop banner. So some nice little stage setting, I'd say. And then we move on to the right, and he would have like maybe like one or two normal shopkeeper speech bubbles, but what would make him really unique is he would have a speech bubble that pops up after you buy the blade. That is just like, hey, you want to tussle? And you got to pay him 400 gold. But if you swing your sword as if you're buying an item from him, he would pick up his mace, and you'd have a little character boss fight on your hands. So this is how I would have the Brute King unlocked. And again, if this is also different from what I said in the video, that's fine. This is the more officialized version of what I would do. So if you defeat the Brute King in the Deep Forest Retreat, you could... the one thing that would pop up is that you get the little acorn, because he'd have his animal orb with him as he's fighting, and you could kill him, get the animal orb, probably pick up his brutal scepter, the one that he's wielding, and then once you leave the area or make it back to the world map, you would unlock the Brute King. So I wanted to kind of mix and match it and not have all of my characters just be in insane mode unlock. I wanted to kind of spruce things up and make it a little bit more unique. Most of them are insane mode unlocks, but I did that so that there'd be more incentive to playing insane mode, you know? So, besides that, that would wrap it up for the Deep Forest Retreat. It's just, just this nice little bonus area. This guy's living here. He's got an item for you to find. It, rewards some exploration. But I really, really liked coming up with this concept and kind of using what's already in the world to build off of and make my own stuff. I thought this would be a really, really cool idea to slap on here. But yeah, that would wrap it up for my bonus levels. If I end up coming up with any more level concepts, I'll try to compile them and do another video like this, just so there's something else fun to throw on here and talk about. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for my bonus level showcase. So please let me know what you guys thought of all these levels and everything that I've come up with here. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, the normal YouTube stuff. But yeah, I had a blast making a lot of these level concepts. It's really, really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed all of them. And I hope you guys will stick around for the next one. I'm doing a double feature this weekend, so there's going to be another video going up tomorrow. So stick around for that one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you'll stick around for the next one. Peace.